button, and let's get rolling. So I want to show off basically two different tool sets, or three different tool sets, I should say. Two of them are Ninja tools, and one of them actually was created by Ken Anderson and his team, and then our team's actually helping his team out to refine it and make some changes to it. So we sent out to everyone our holiday greeting this year using our Ninja Notifier or Ninja Opt-in Express, Ninja Opt-in Extreme. Too many Ninja products. I confuse myself sometimes. But anyway, our Ninja Opt-in Extreme, which basically is a highly advanced version of Ninja Notifier that adds some extra variables into the mix, and we're able to send out to everyone that was on our various notifier lists a Christmas greeting similar to this that showed their last name on the shirt when they received the shirt. Our total reach of our notifier lists is a little over 3 million people right now, but we actually only sent this out to about 275,000 people. We did get a few sales in, but the intention of this was to do a holiday Christmas greeting and not so much to sell shirts, albeit the fact that we did have a few people buy us shirts as a result of this little thing. So what our software does, the Notifier Ninja Opt-in Extreme does, is essentially it takes the information in your notifier list, and because we're capturing from Facebook your first name, last name, and email address, we're able to use it to pass variables to a wide variety of pages. So in this particular scenario, we're passing it to Ken's software, which is the T-Rex Extreme, which is a software to personalize a wide variety of products: t-shirts, hats, mugs, anything that you can stick a name or a number or any personalization on. That's what his software does. And in the inside the Ninja Opt-in Extreme, essentially, when you're sending out a red alert, you would just pass these variables, the FNAME, which you're used to passing in the message, but inside the URL, we're now able to pass variables in the URL. So we're able to currently pass the first name, last name, email address, and that will do a wide variety of things. As you guys saw when you opted into the webinar, the last time we had a webinar, when people clicked on the notification to register for the webinar, they automatically got signed up to the webinar and just received the email saying, hey, you're on the webinar, here's the details. This time around, we decided to make it so that your email or your first name, last name, and a version of your email got populated onto the form, and you'd have to just basically correct your email address to finish the registration process, just to kind of show you how the software works. Because as you experienced, you didn't go to a registration page and then manually type everything in. So that's what we're able to do with the Ninja Opt-in Extreme, and and that works not only for a mass blast, but if we were going into the leads and apps portion, and we picked up a user from just one of the individual lists and wanted to send a message to just one specific subscriber, we'd be able to pass those same variables to that one specific subscriber. So you'd be able to do it for not only the Ken's t-shirt system, but you'd also be able to do it for other things like CPA offers, GoToWebinar, any form that you wanted people to fill out. There are quite a few JV offers out there where you get on a pre-sale list, and the only thing you have to do to get on that pre-sale list or early bird list to get cookied for your specific affiliate ID is to get your members or your subscribers to enter their email address on that pre-sales page. So with the Ninja Opt-in Extreme, we're able to pass somebody's email address straight through to most of those forums where they're on a pre-sale list for a affiliate offer. The other thing is that's unique with this software is you see down here we have a discount field, and how we've integrated with Ken's shirt and personalization software is we're actually able to pass through Ninja Opt-in Extreme a discount option straight to the final page. So if we're to send a message out, let's find my account in here, and I'll just show you what happens here with my account. Let me go here. And I'll send myself a message and pass myself a discount. And you'll see that the discount actually pops in all the way through the final end. So let's just go find myself on one of these lists. I know that I'm on this list. So I'm just going to send myself a notification to the final page. And you'll see that the shirt will get notified, will get personalized for me. And here I'm just going to put the URL. And every single URL that you pass is going to have different variables, if you will, as far as how you set those variables up. So we'll actually show you how to look for the variables to pass in different ways. But as it integrates with the personalization software, T-Rex is what Ken is calling it. Basically, you don't even have to think about where things are at. So if I wanted to pass just the first name, I just put %, %. And if I wanted to pass both first name and last name, I just separate it with a slash, and then that goes from there. So let me just go ahead and send this message to myself. I'm going to give myself a nice hefty discount. So let's go with 99% discount and send that over. And when the message comes over, and it did, I clicked on this message, and it will redirect through Facebook and send me over to my Roll Tide shirt. So here's the Roll Tide shirt that was personalized for me, and it puts my name on there because I put inside the Ninja Opt-in Extreme the variable that says use first name and put it on the shirt. And anyone that happened to get to this page, we have customers from other pages and campaigns we're running, and they're just putting their names into this page. This is basically how you would personalize a shirt for any name out there. Let's do Zelda. I'm not sure if there is a Zelda. And once they hit submit, then it creates a shirt. And when they make the purchase, using the API that we have on the back end, through T-Shirt Gang, and I'll pass that out to everybody, they would be able to make that purchase, and there's no work for you as the merchant other than collecting the money, because as soon as they hit the buy now button, money's going into your PayPal account, and all you're doing is going into the back office, if you will, for the T-shirt piece, going into the back office and saying, yes, approve this purchase, sending the money over to the manufacturer, and because you've already collected the money, so you're sending their portion to the manufacturer, and you go ahead and sell out this shirt. So, as I said before, I passed myself a really hefty discount. So I passed myself a 99% discount, and the original regular price on this shirt was $21.95. But since I passed myself that 99% discount, then I'm only going to buy this shirt for 22 cents. And if you do it this way, you'd be able to have a standard price for everybody, but be able to go into the back office, and because people are on your Notifier Extreme list say, oh, let me just shoot you over a quick discount. And as you notice here, the discount expires in 30 minutes. This is just so that we can try to incentivize people to make a purchase now versus hanging on to it for a while. And we've added a wide variety of features to this software. So everything you see here as far as the standard operation of the software, i.e. putting in a first name or a last name, and those types of things, those are all standard within Ken's personalization software, the T-Rex system. There's a few extra features that my team has put in here specifically for me. So if with respect to the automatic discount piece, going through and showing this discount expires thing, we have to look at that on a case-by-case basis for adding that for you guys. But they still work together as far as passing all the data back and forth. And then what we've done is you can actually use this personalization software for more things than just t-shirts. There are people that are using this to sell cell phone cases. I know people that are using it for coffee mugs with personalization. So almost anything that you can print a name or any slogan on, you can use this. And it doesn't even have to be first name marketing, if you will, because you could say, you could tell people, enter your company name, and they'd be able to get a shirt personalized with their company name. So it's pretty straightforward and easy to use this software. Let me see if there's any questions first, and then we'll go to the next little piece. Any questions so far? Let's see who we have. So yes, Pat, the Ninja Opt-in Extreme does work in conjunction with T-Rex, but it's not exclusive to T-Rex. So it can be used with a wide variety of other things that you have out there. For instance, you might be doing things with, let's say let's say you're a realtor and you're doing things with people that you have on your list, and you want to personalize the landing page that you send people to. When you send them a notification, as long as on the page that you're sending them to, you've created variables on that page that you can accept those variables from a URL that comes in from the Notifier Extreme. Basically, you'd be able to customize those landing pages for every single, my chat software. You'd be able to customize each landing page for every single person that you're sending out through the Notifier Ninja Opt-in Extreme. So everything that you can possibly do, it doesn't, like I said, it's not limited to this shirts and stuff like that. But so there's a wide variety of options there. John, I'm not sure exactly which thing you're asking is new. T-Rex is fairly new. It's been on the market. I've been using it now for better part of 2 months, maybe 3. And Ninja Opt-in Extreme is new. I've been using it now for right about the same time. Ken approached me to have my team do some stuff, some custom programming for him, and Ninja Opt-in Extreme kind of evolved from that custom programming that we did. Let me see. So Ninja Opt-in Extreme is a completely separate product. It actually, it's a brand new product. This is not an upgrade to the notifier. We are using some of the notifier pieces because I didn't want to rebuild all of my lists from scratch, because I have almost 3 million people on my extended lists within notifier. So it didn't make sense to rebuild my list from scratch. But this is a totally separate product. This is not an upgrade, if you will, to anything else. We have a couple hundred hours of development work in, doing this, and there's going to be obviously a lot of ongoing training for people, because we're going to have to teach people how to extract the variables from pages that they want to send variables to. So for instance, if we go back to the example of let's see if I can find one here. Let's see. So if I take, for instance, a GoToWebinar form as an example, I'm not even sure if this is a live form anymore. Yeah, this is one. You'd be able to go in, and almost any form that's on the web is identify what variables you want to pass. So if the form only has first name, last name, and email address, you'd be able to inspect that specific field, identify what that field is called in the HTML code. So this one, I think it's registrant.given name, and then put that in the Ninja Opt-in Extreme when you're sending your notification. And in the URL, we would specify the registrant given name, and then pass the F name from the database over inside a Ninja Opt-in Extreme. And we're going to be working over the next month or so to be able to extract more data from Facebook than just the first name, last name, and email address, so that we'd be able to pass additional variables to pages, and specifically over to the T-Rex. But that's not our only strategy. Is to pass it to a wide variety of other pages as well. So in that particular case, if we were taking this form here, actually I think we created a handy dandy, where did it go? Yeah, we created this basically handy dandy variable that when we're sending out a notification and we want to send out to a specific GoToWebinar notification, we just append the registration link on the front end of this, and just grab this entire link, put it on the front end of this, and then through the NOX, we would just send this out, and it'll automatically register somebody to that GoToWebinar. But like I said, GoToWebinar is one of just a very small handful of all the pages on the line that you can pass information to. Like I said, it can be easily used for CPA offers. I'm not personally a big CPA marketer, because I just don't, I can't really personally get into making 2 or 3 or 26 cents per opt-in. But there are people that have really large lists in their audience, like signing up for stuff. With the Ninja Opt-in Extreme, as long as your list is targeted enough, you can pass people straight through to that final page after they've already entered the information, and they're just seeing the thank you for signing up for this Best Buy giveaway, gift card giveaway, or whatever it happens to be. So that's one definite advantage of the Ninja Opt-in Extreme. Let's see. So other things I want to kind of show you tonight with respect to our kind of strategy on overall personalized marketing, because it has more to do with just the the shirts that we're rolling out here and stuff. We kind of built together a whole system that our team's using for all these pieces kind of tying in together. When we created the Ninja Opt-in Extreme, we also wanted to still do, I know a lot of you guys have the Contest Ninja and the Survey Ninja and QPN, and we basically wanted to still use those services, those products that we have, but it required us to recreate all those products from scratch to allow the variables that we're getting from Facebook to be passed all the way through Facebook and through those applications to the final destination. So we created a brand new suite of tools similar to the original Contest Ninja, similar to the original Survey Ninja, but enhanced to allow for the variables to be passed. And then in addition to that, because we were creating a brand new suite, we said, okay, what can we do to these tools to enhance them even further than what their original purposes were? So with respect to like the Survey Ninja, that now for the Opt-in Extreme suite, it actually allows you to embed that survey straight into a Facebook post. So people would be able to take that survey within a Facebook post in addition to that survey being on your WordPress site or any other page you set it on. So that's another thing we do. And then we added in the ability basically to have a landing page for all your personalized shirts. Right now I'm only showing 3 in here, but people will be able to basically, you'd be able to send people to a personalized page like this, and then once they click on the button, they'd be able to get sent right over to this particular style of shirt and then personalize their shirt. As you'll notice here, we're showing here the totals of how many shirts are sold, but you can also show how many are left in stock as well. So if you put the numbers in the back end, it'll show these varying numbers. It integrates seamlessly with our Ninja Opt-in Extreme. T-Funnel also integrates with Ninja Notifier. So if you didn't have Ninja Opt-in Extreme and you're not going to be doing that, you could, in theory, buy the T-Funnel and run a contest or run a VIP list just with a Ninja Notifier. But it does integrate seamlessly into the Ninja Opt-in Extreme as well. So right up here would be a button that says, join the contest or join our VIP list or whatever you want it to do there. So those pieces all kind of tie in together. How many of you guys are selling any personalized stuff right now? Whether it's shirts or doing any customized type of marketing right now. Okay, I guess everyone went to sleep on me. It can be okay. Good, Pat. It can be profitable, John. I mean, it can also be very time consuming. As you know, Ken firsthand, he's put together basically a really comprehensive training suite to train people how to do all these things. And I'm going to pass out, for those of you that are not already doing anything in this genre, I'll pass out a invite, if you will, to the T-shirt gang, which is the API that this integrates with. So the I'm about to say, so with respect to T-Rex, you can do shirts and you can do cell phone cases. I mean, shirts are being done, in a really, really big way. But I mean, the easiest way to see how profitable it is for folks out there is just take a look at probably, arguably, this is probably the largest, the most well-known site out there as far as selling T-shirts, which is Teespring, and you just take a look at what people are kind of doing in their campaigns, and most of these all the campaigns that are on Teespring, for instance, none of them are personalized campaigns. So all these campaigns that are on this site are straight out, straight individual campaigns without any personalization. So this is one of Ken's strategies, to take a look at what's selling really well out here, and then spin that into a personalized campaign. So for instance, John, when you take a look at, this is going to be a little bit more complex to do in our system because it has a front and back, but it still is doable. Here's a shirt. This particular shirt here sold 618 shirts, and you pretty much can estimate a $9 to $10 to $11 profit margin per shirt. So, it's really pretty simple, quick math. These guys made anywhere between $5,000 and $6,000 or $7,000 on this one shirt. I mean, here's this ugly as sin mathematics ugly sweater, and sold 1,269 shirts. So this one's probably this guy's selling for $24.95, and this is the second version of the campaign, because the previous campaign sold the original 1,269 shirts. So he's on the second run of his campaign. So he made at least 11 or 12 grand on that one shirt there. So it can be very profitable, and shirts are just one small piece of the equation. So here's the kind of deal. I mean, I was not originally planning on selling the Ninja Opt-in Extreme, and Ken originally wasn't planning on selling his T-Rex, but things have changed around a little bit, and so now somebody else is bringing a comparable product that Ken's out to market. It's not nearly as good, doesn't have nearly as many features, definitely will not integrate with the Ninja Opt-in Extreme. And so what I'm going to do basically for all of you guys that are Ninja customers, etc., if you decide to buy the Ninja Opt-in Extreme, and here's actually a video on this page that explains the software a lot more in depth than I did. That basically, it's a pretty stiff price, but it's comparable to the price of the other personalization software that's coming on market, and this software does a lot more. Originally, I was going to sell the Ninja Opt-in Extreme. If I was going to sell it, I was going to sell it for $1,000, and I did originally for a very brief, like 1 day period, have it at a pre-launch discounted price of $497. But what I'm going to do for anyone that ends up picking up T-Rex through my link for Ken software is I'm going to give you a copy not only of the Ninja Opt-in Extreme, but I'm going to give you the entire suite, which includes the Ninja Opt-in Extreme, the survey, the contest, and the QPN Extreme, which are all enhanced and integrated specifically to work with the variables. And then we'll give you also a copy of the T-funnel, so you'll be able to create as many of these individual pages as you want to create. And it's not restricted to t-shirts. You can add anything you want to these pages. So it doesn't necessarily mean you can change out the backgrounds and link to whatever else you want to link into. If you're using it with non-personalized shirts and you wanted to just put your campaign ID for your Teespring, Teespring. You want to put your campaign ID for your T-shirt gang shirt in here, just pop that in and it pre-populates everything for you. Quick down the door, hit save, and you're up and ready, good to go. So that's essentially, I was not planning on necessarily per se doing a sales pitch for Ken software, because there is actually a Ken software training coming next week, which is going to be basically how he does all of his first name marketing online and all the processes he uses exclusive of his software. And then he's going to introduce his software at the tail end and say, here's the long way of doing all this marketing. And you can definitely go straight to T-Shirt Gang and other online stores, manually create all your designs and create, if you were to do, I know that other people on the call like JR that's on this call, but I know that in the past, especially back when these shirts were created, anytime somebody ordered one of these shirts, I manually created, it's a Donna thing. So when somebody hit personalize, I manually, they typed in Rebecca, I had to manually create that Rebecca design. Using T-Rex, it's far easier because now when they show up on this page, whatever name they put in here, that automatically creates a shirt for them. And I don't have to worry about creating an individual design for people going forward, even if they have a really super long name, because the software is actually designed to automatically shrink the size of the font to make sure the name fits. So let's put in Elizabeth, which is obviously a lot longer than Zelda. And if I pop in Elizabeth, you'll see that it resizes, so it still fits on the shirt within the design, and it's still something that would print pretty straightforward. So anyway, I agree, Pat. The bonus is definitely worth a lot more than the main product. I was not, it's my team. My team, the Ninja programmers, have been hired to do some additional customization beyond what the current T-Rex application currently does. And for those of you that have built up notifier lists in the past, you can use those same notifier lists, just swap it out with the Ninja Opt-in Extreme software, and you're up and running and good to go, because you'll be able to continue to use those lists. And as I said, we're going to be putting a lot more time into other variables that we can get from Facebook without asking for additional permissions from Facebook. So we're not going to ask for the birth date, for instance, because when we ask for the birth date, then when we ask for a birth date, people get a new pop-up from Facebook that says, hey, do you really want to give this person your birth date information? So we're not going to be asking for the birth date anymore using the Ninja Opt-in Extreme, but any other variable that Facebook will allow us to look at, we're going to be able to pull into the software, and we'll be able to use that for a wide variety of things, whether it's personalization of products in this particular scenario, or like in the case that you might be a realtor or you have landing pages that you're selling, other services for, you'd be able to personalize the page and say, hey, I see that you're, in, Toronto as an example. Here's our offering for Toronto, blah, blah, blah. So those are things that we're going to be adding into, we started already doing some of that stuff to add into the Ninja Opt-in Extreme. So really it's, it covers all the pieces. And granted, while the Ninja Opt-in Extreme is primarily designed, we designed it originally to work with Facebook and to send Facebook notifications out. As you guys know that have been using it in the past or using the notifier in the past, you are able to integrate with many autoresponders. But you're also, in addition to that, you're also able to download all the people that are on your list as a CSV file and import that into any autoresponder that we don't currently support. So there's a lot of things that you can do with that from a customer management standpoint. So I'm going to pop in the link here for the webinar thing and the purchase product. That's right here. And as soon as we get notification, if you purchase it, just shoot us up over an email to support and give us your PayPal, ID, etc. We'll verify that we got, tagged for that, and we'll start issuing all these products to you. And that is that. So the following webinar, and if you go to this page, the Webinar Ninja page, that's right here on the T-Rex Extreme Software website. This video here, I believe, is about 15, maybe 20 minutes long, and Ken goes through all the things his software currently does. I mean, it gives you an example of selling a shirt, selling a cell phone case, selling doing a contest on the software, doing a scratch-off contest on the software that redirects people as soon as they scratch off in the contest, it automatically redirects them to a personalized shirt or personalized product for them. So, and we're building another piece of software for him this week that's going to be a very simple opt-in page for people to opt into your lists via email. And we're also going to be creating that same page as an opt-in page specifically for the notifier. And as soon as people opt in, then it'll redirect them to a personalized shirt or cell phone case or whatever else you are planning on promoting to those people. Oh yeah. I forgot to mention this. The other thing that you can do with the Ninja Opt-in Extreme is you can export all the emails from Ninja Opt-in Extreme into a CSV file and import those as a custom audience into Facebook because they're members of your list. So that's definitely really good benefit is people are on your list. You'll be able to create a custom audience within Facebook using those people. And for us, it's been a lifesaver because we have thousands of people on some of our lists. Now, when I did mention that 3 million people, that's the people on our list directly plus all their friends. But our combined lists, I think, are right now at around probably our combined lists are somewhere in the neighborhood of 7,000 or 8,000 people on just this one install of Ninja Opt-in Extreme. We have a couple of other installs that have more people on those lists. But, you can see if you can export those 7,000 plus people onto a custom audience, and since our lists are created that are really super targeted, everyone that's on that list is really targeted for a specific niche. It's easy to market to those people in the future. And then you'd be also able to, from that imported list that you create in Facebook, you'd also be able to obviously create lookalike audiences from that as well. So that's, all I have for you guys for tonight. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in there. I'll answer all your questions, and then we'll go from there. Okay, when you when you purchase a T-Rex, you're going to send your email, you send your receipt to support@ninjapr.com, which is our support desk. And and then one of our team members will make sure that you're in our system. If you're not in our system, then we'll sign you up as a member of Ninja Web Tools, and then we'll start issuing licenses out to you guys for all the products that are part of the Ninja Opt-in Extreme. We're gonna obviously throw in the bonus for the T-funnel, and then you're basically gonna end up with essentially 5 products plus the T-Rex, so you'll get 6. And you'll get obviously what we do with all of our notifier products and all of the Ninja products is basically you get 1 year of support for everything. That includes any updates that we make, any changes that are made by Facebook, any changes made by WordPress, and anything else we take care of. All those they'll update automatically through the WordPress install. Oh, and then if you're doing this also, you're going to get one extra little piece of software from us to include inside your T-Rex, because there's one extra little file that we have that automatically creates an extra special piece of the T-Rex piece, so that when we share our files with T-Rex, so if you're on a T-Rex page, let me show you this real quick. Wrong one. When you go to share something on Facebook with T-Rex, we've actually added some extra customization inside of T-Rex. That's a special file that no one else that isn't part of this offer here is getting access to. So if anyone happened to purchase T-Rex through any other means, they're missing out. They're still able to do the sharing through Facebook, but we've actually added some extra encoding in there. So there's extra stuff happening in the background that doesn't happen with a normal share on Facebook. So we're actually able to leverage social media a little bit better than the average Joe can with a standard version of T-Rex. John asked whether or not this actually integrates with PNN. And yes, it does. It is an enhanced version of PNN. If you have PNN, then we'll upgrade your PNN to the extreme version of PNN. The extreme version of PNN does not come with this bonus, because PNN by itself is also a $1,000 product. But if you do already have PNN, we will. In fact, PNN itself is not even being sold anymore. Let me just show you real quick on my Facebook page. I should probably show you on Alexa's page, because it's probably a bit easier. But if you take a look on my Facebook page here, how this image showed up on my Facebook page. Where'd it go? This image that shows up over here, that's from PNN. So that is being sent via PNN straight through to the page. And why this is an enhanced version of PNN is because previous versions of PNN, and without all the variables, etc., that we've added into PNN Extreme, is when people clicked on the image in a regular PNN, they get taken to the WordPress page that created a PNN post. However, when you click on this image here, we're actually going to get redirected to the T-Rex page that we have for that particular campaign. I'm going to show you the back end of this real quick. Yeah, I can. Anyone want to see the back end of PNN Extreme? Or maybe I'll just take it offline for the 1 or 2 people that actually have PNN. All right, okay, let's just show you the back end here. So what we did inside the recoding of PNN Extreme is now, let me get in here. Let's see. And we hadn't planned on releasing PNN Extreme to anybody, so none of the nomenclatures have been changed. But what we did here is we actually created this extra piece down here, which is used with NO or VN. VN was the product that we created for a really small segment of people that can use to leverage us to come into his fold. So, but what this does here is you're gonna, PNN would have to be installed on the site that you have T-Rex installed on. And then you would type in the directory that your shirt is in that you want to send the campaign out for. And then here you'd specify whether or not you want to send a first name or you want to send a last name out to your shirt. And we'll add a feature soon that would allow for sending of a first name or a last name. But if I go into my server here, these are just this is just one of my 10 shirt domains that I have. But these are, for instance, if I were going to send a personalized shirt out to people that like beer, then I would just change that out to beer. And then when I put my PNN notification out, and obviously save the page, when I send my PNN notification out, then people would get, oops, that's a beer. Let's put John in there. Then people would get sent and posted to their wall the message specifically for that particular campaign. So that's how the Extreme PNN works. Like I said, we've been testing that, and like I said, it was one of those things we ran out and sent out a bunch of messages to people over the holidays. And strangely enough, out of 275,000 people or so that received our messages, we only had one person complain and say, hey, I didn't like the fact that you guys posted this on my page. And, I think that's pretty good odds for one person complaining that we posted something on their walls. Now, that said, we weren't necessarily trying to sell anything, and we didn't use it for nefarious reasons. And finally, anyone that anyone that was on our list that received it on their wall had to actually give us specific permission to post to their wall in the first place. And that's the first post that we've put to people's walls in almost a year. So, I've chalked that up. No, Pat, PNN Extreme is not part of the suite. I don't even know we're calling it PNN Extreme, but that particular product is not part of the suite. You're going to get the Ninja Opt-in Extreme. You're going to get the Contest Ninja Extreme. You're going to get the Survey Ninja Extreme and the QPN Ninja Extreme. But the PNN is not available. It's actually no longer being sold. If I get enough pressure to open this back up again. We will sell it for, I think the current sale price for the software is $9.97 for PNN. And it may actually even, the regular PNN may still be available for sale, but it is $9.97 if it's available for sale or higher. So no, the PNN itself is not available for sale. I only answer this question because we do have two people on the call that currently own PNN. But if you want to buy per PNN in the future, we will make it available for sale for the people that actually buy the webinar. It will be priced at $4.97. I can't discount it anymore because everyone that currently has it bought it for that or more, and I'm not willing to do that. So, but you are going to be getting well over $1,500 of the products for buying T-Rex, as a pure bonus, and we have sold a few copies of Ninja Opt-in Extreme to people without any bonuses, but that's just kind of show you that how committed we are to the whole T-Rex cycle, because we're building some additional software for Ken, and we're going to make sure that it integrates with everything that we're doing with the Ninja Opt-in Extreme. So if you want to have PNN, just make sure you can just give me a call or send a ticket into our support team, and then we will make sure that you've made a purchase of the T-Rex, and it's not going to be available for anyone that didn't buy T-Rex. It's just I think it's just too valuable at this point, considering the fact that if we go to let me just show you real quick. Here's a kind of a glimmer idea of what we did with that one post on PNN for our holiday thing. We sent out to these lists. We sent out to this list here, which had 236 people at first level with us. So it went out to these 236 and their extended friends of 54,000. And the one with the Ninja webinars went out to the 425 on the list. And, depending on what people's permissions were, because not everyone gave us permission to send post on my wall. But we did get, response from quite a few people saying, hey, our friends, saw the funny t-shirt with my name on it, yada, yada, yada. So it did get out, visible by a lot of people out there. So, here's just between these two pieces right here, that's 235,000. I think we sent it to this list too. We did not send it out to our big list right here, which is 3.69 million, because that's not a list that we own outright, but we did send out to these lists and other lists as well from our other installs. So anyway, that's the down and dirty of Ninja Opt-in Extreme. I hope I answered your questions. Any other questions from you guys on anything? And if not, we'll wrap this up. And like I say, you can just go over to this page. I think I sent the link out before, but I'll send it back out again. And this is the link for the webinar for the T-Rex software, and you make the purchase there, then you'll be good to go. And how am I feeling, John? You know what? I am as close to fully recovered as I can be. Thank you very much for that. I spent the better part of the last almost 7 months on pain pills and crutches and lots of combinations thereof. 80 plus doctor's appointments over the last, well, not this month, but for the previous 6 months. So I'm glad to have that all in the past. And my next doctor's appointment, I believe, is coming up in a couple of weeks, and hope to get a clean bill of health and won't see a doctor again, knock on wood, until next year. So, yeah, Pat, you're right. It's probably a good thing that you didn't buy yesterday from whatever you found this on. Yeah. I was walking my dog on an unfamiliar path back in March of this year, and I stepped into a gopher hole. I thought I had just sprained my knee, and it turns out that I fractured my femur. And the ensuing process of healing was a long process. So, hey, thanks very much to everyone for attending. We'll flash up the webinar replay here shortly. I'm not sure how long the T-Rex is going to be available for purchase. I don't control that. It's not my software. But I do know that it's not going to be sold forever. There are, at best recollection, I think there are about 20 people that have the software now. So not sure how many it eventually will balloon up to. But there will be no way to purchase. Well, you're not going to be able to get Ninja Opt-in Extreme at a discount. Down the road, it will be, when we do sell it again, it will be sold for $1,000 for the suite, and maybe even higher. But it'll set up, throw my hat in the ring with Ken, and as we're doing a lot of programming for him as well. We have intimate knowledge of the software, of what it can do and how we can modify it on our side to make it better. So we just want to leverage that and help you guys out where we can. And appreciate your time coming on Sunday night to attend the webinar. And as far as Ken's software being personal use only, the reason it says personal use only, it's right now the software itself, much to my dismay, is not encrypted. So the personal use only is he doesn't want you to resell the software to anyone else. But yes, you can use it with clients. We're using it for clients as well. But we're all running it from our main domain with with it going on other pieces. He just doesn't want you reselling the software. That's basically how that boils down, John. And there will be a brand new version of the software coming out in the next, I believe we just started working with it. I believe it'll be about 2 weeks from now. It'll be rolling out that will be fully encrypted, but it'll have a ton more features than the current software has. And some of the features are, staggering what's coming in. One of the features is going to be that they've already talked about is going to be basically a personalized landing page. So you'd be able to basically send somebody to a John page, and everything on the page is about John. It have John shirts, it have John, so instead of sending somebody to just one single page that is a John shirt or a John cell phone case, this would be a personalized landing page with everything about John and everything about Gallagher and everything about John Gallagher. So you'd be able to do that's coming in the new piece, and the new piece will be licensed, encrypted, and all that other stuff. I mean, something that we have been doing for 9 or 10 years. Every piece of Ninja software, with I think only 2 exceptions in the last 10 years, has been licensed and encrypted, primarily because I don't want to spend my time and my money working on something, getting it perfected, and have some, Yahoo come behind me and snatch our software and create his version of the software, without paying the dues and making it, spending their time in development, et cetera. So, that's what that is. But I would have no problem I would think Ken would have no problem with you running client campaigns on behalf of your clients. It's just not a matter of you selling the software to your client or giving them a copy of the software to run on themselves. So that should, just kind of the way that is with that. So, hey, thanks again for your time. You guys have a great night. Enjoy the rest of the night, and hope to see you on the inside. And it'll take, since we don't have, there's not an automatic API, just send the email into support, and we'll route issues licenses for the Ninja Opt-in Extreme and the other software pieces. And for those very small handful of people that already purchased T-Rex, just reach out to support, and we'll try to give you some pricing on the Ninja Opt-in Extreme if you want to add it to the mix. Obviously, since we didn't get, we are getting a affiliate commission from Ken for T-Rex. So obviously we're not going to be, as generous with you, of us not getting any money as so there's going to have to kick something into the mix to be able to get our software, is what I'm saying. Anyway, that's what I know for now. You guys have a great night. I appreciate you guys being customers and members, and hit us up on the support at ninjapr.com if you have anything, or in the Ninja Web Tools group. You guys have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.